Hi guys, welcome. This is our weekend reading for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 14th, 15th, and 16th of October 2016. Remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing. So see what feels right for you. It could be one sign that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest and greatest good of everyone involved in the situation and so on. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave, preparing for the wave, crashing into the wave, riding that wave, or ignoring the wave? Also, feel free to make this an interactive video with me if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, try to check out the links below and show your love and support to the artists and musicians and see if there's more depth and clarity for this reading for you in those links. Also, this week I had to do something a little bit different with my weekly readings for all the signs. I had to put it into elements, so air, earth, water, and fire. And I have 4 videos. It was the only way I could upload with the data, provide readings that I felt like I was giving a good reading for everybody and not spreading myself too thin. And I needed to try something different, and data was also an issue this week. So I hope you enjoy those weeklies that are coming up. Stay tuned for them. They're coming soon. And I'll see you in a moment for the weekend reading. Hi guys, welcome. This is our weekend reading for October 14th, 15th, and 16th. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels and energies of love have for the weekend for the highest, greatest good of all. One card for focus, clarity, and understanding these energies and how to ride these energies best. Start with one card from the Romance Angels Oracle. So one card for communication, matters of the heart, romance, love, relationships. Flirt. It's time to flirt this weekend. It's time to make a move. Maybe make a move that you don't have to make. You know, it's sweet. It's innocent. It's natural. I feel like it's very natural to make this move, to move into this situation, to have this conversation. It's, oh, I like your smell. It's, oh, I like you, you know, and that kind of thing. So, yeah, I feel like they're like admiring each other's cologne and perfume, or, you know, maybe body odor in some cases. You know, you like how somebody smells. You're into them. It's extend your lighthearted energy to others. Just feel like flirty, free, lighthearted. Like there's no pressure in this situation this weekend. You know, take the pressure out of the situation. Just go for it. Just go for it. What do you have to lose? You never know. You know, it might be a funny conversation. You might get a number. You might, maybe I hear change things around. So maybe you just need to flirt, you know, just sort of lighten up the energy in the situation. Listen, I feel like these two are also listening to each other. So hearing somebody, being yourself around somebody. Don't get so worried about things like smell. I don't know why I keep thinking of smell. But like I see these roses in the back and I feel like there's a lot of smell in this card. So maybe it has to do with perfume. You know, somebody has that like pheromone chemistry that you're into. And maybe that starts a conversation. Maybe it's a conversation about cologne, about smell, about memory, about freedom, about flirting. You know, what's your star sign? you know, kind of thing. It's just lighthearted. It's getting into the conversation the easy way, the light way, the fluffy way. Sometimes that's the way in. You don't have to be, you know, so serious with so many intentions and expectations and pressure on everybody all the time. You can just sort of see what happens. You never know. I feel like it's sort of like just go with the flow. It's sort of easy with this. You know, it's easy conversation. It's easy listening to this person. It's easy for this person to listen to you. It's easy to flow the conversation into into something else, into another subject. I feel like it just keeps going. It's like the first time you call somebody and you think you're going to talk to them for 5 minutes and it's 5 hours kind of thing. It just goes by. Time just goes by. And if it didn't go by nice with the one, you move along. I see like, you know, like sort of like, I want to say like engagement or party or restaurant, something like that. And somebody's sort of sitting back and admiring somebody from afar and maybe thinking about flirting, thinking about it. Maybe you're putting pressure on yourself. You're thinking about it too much kind of thing. And I feel like the other person's surprised by you. I feel like this encounter is one person had their eye on another person and maybe they caught eyes, but I feel like one person didn't expect this come on or this approach or this conversation to come about, you know, something that just maybe changed somebody's mood around. Maybe somebody was at a party and they were the one against the wall and you just sort of went up to them and said something funny and just maybe brought them out of a funk kind of thing. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe somebody was like in a funk, like just kind of, like just kind of woe is me. No, I never go out and I don't go to parties and I'm not going to meet somebody. And maybe that's the night you're going to meet somebody. Maybe you should go out, you know, go do something. If you get an invitation, something like that, maybe do it. That's what I'm getting. Just sort of, even if it's by yourself, maybe just go out somewhere. Like, I see like a garden, like not like a public garden, or like a park, something where there's like baseball fields nearby, and trees and like, scenic trails, something like that. You know, there's a lake here or like an ocean even. There's definitely water. And I feel like there's like structure, like some kind of, like I want to say government building, like a museum even, or a post office, or a, maybe like a college, a school, something like that. Maybe there's something like that nearby, or that's reminding you of something, or flirt like you did when you were in college, you know, maybe, you know, with the wisdom of an adult, but just sort of lighthearted, like you didn't care so much if it didn't work, because on to the next, you know, maybe it's that next one that you're just preparing to meet. Or I feel like for some of you it's restoring like family and like dynamics, like your husband and your wife, by flirting again like you did before kind of thing. All right, let's get another card for the weekend. And that's the Three of Wands. So that's working together, creating something together, waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for that ship to come in. You know, maybe it just has to get to the shore and then the flirting occurs. I feel like you're definitely working together with somebody, creating something new. There's something new here. There's a new direction. There's a new journey. There's a new chance. There's a new something, because you're creating a new energy here. With the three, I mean, the three happens when this flirting starts and this flirting starts and some friction occurs, and then it creates something new, an idea, a relationship, you know, a child, anything. It's birthing something new, because you're taking ideas or inspiration or energy from one person and another, and then merging that into something totally different that it couldn't be on its own. You know, had you not brainstormed something out, had you not thought about this together, it's a together card that ends up, or it's working with others well together and others wanting to come on board with you. So if this isn't you and somebody else, this is you getting your shit together kind of thing and moving forward with it, starting the creative ball rolling, the creative process, connecting to spirit big time here. I see like the flock of birds in the sky, like almost like they're telling you, this is your ship coming in. This is it. Listen, listen, you know, wait, be patient, wait, it's coming. So maybe this is the person waiting for that chance, that opportunity, that right person to come by to say the right thing to. I feel like it's a journey. You know, you're on the horizon, you're on the edge of the ocean here, and you're ready to dive into something. Or, you know, if you can't wait, you're just diving to that ship. If it's just been sitting there too long, maybe you're just gonna dive on in and climb on up and do something different. I feel like this person wants to dive into that water. You're just, you know, wanting to have this experience, this emotion, even though it's a water card. Maybe things are hot, you know, passionate, and you need to cool things off a little bit kind of thing. Maybe you're feeling hot, waiting for something, you know, you want this ship to come. So maybe you need to cool off a little bit first, you know, trust the passions, but find a balance. Find the balance between, I feel like, the water and the fire, even though it's a fire card. So maybe there's a water sign. Let's go to another deck. Let's go to the Art of Life and get another card for the Three of Wands and flirting. For this weekend, some more clarity. New destinations, new journey. I hear like new adventures, like going somewhere new, maybe getting on board with somebody else finally. Maybe you were waiting for something and you were finally waiting for the time to get on board. Get one more card. The Magician. All right, so you're making magic. You're making it happen. You're getting on board for sure, and you're directing. You know, you're navigating. You're making it move. You know, you're getting the motors running. You're pulling those ideas, the inspiration, the magic from the ether that you see in your mind, you hear, the music you hear, the words you need to write down. You know, the tools are around you right now to make it happen. Everything is around you that you need. Right now, your talents, you know, that I hear power, strength, drive, ambition. Like, I'm getting like big words. So you have the power, you have the strength, you have the drive, you have the ambition. You, I want to say you're a badass. You're ready to do something. You're ready to make a move. You're ready to work with somebody. Maybe just you're ready for a relationship. You're ready to work with somebody, together. I feel like you're working together here, but it starts with you moving forward. It starts with you doing something. I feel like you're creating something that makes you fiery, that makes you tick, that makes you passionate. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. And that's William Henry, Opus 217, against the enamel of background, rhythmic with beats and angles, tones and tints. Portrait of Felix Fenelon, 1890, by Paul Sinak, 1890, Museum of Modern Art, New York, USA. He has this beautiful lily, which is like, it makes me think of Gabriel and the Annunciation. Peace, beauty, gentleness, grace, something unfolding. And then there's just energy around the situation, and he's just calm. You know, it's like you're pulling all those energies in. You're moving them together. You're creating a pattern. You're, I think like making a decision. You're making the magic happen, but it's with focus, intent, clarity. It's the manifester, the one who manifests what they see, what they hear, what they feel, what's in the ether, and makes it real so you can feel it. So it starts with, you know, understanding what you want, having a focus, having clear intent on something, feeling it, really feeling it, you know, feeling passion for something that you create. You know, maybe it's something that makes you feel lighthearted. It's something that's not heavy. It doesn't make you feel pressure. It makes you feel free. It makes you feel like you want to move. You want to start. You want to do. You want to have another conversation about that. You want to ask another question about that. You know, you want to make another move with this person. You want to have another chance with something. I feel like I'm going to a relationship. I don't know why with the Magician. So let's go to the Angel Tarot and let's get another card for the Magician. That's number 1. So I feel like the 1 is, I want to say like yang energy, male energy, the do energy to make it move. To like, I see like a game show and like somebody actually, you know, making the wheel spin, making things happen, answering one question, you know. Let's get one more card for the weekend. The Knight of Gabriel. So confidence. This is like the Knight of, this is like the, it's like, in this it's a girl, but usually it's like the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Rods, the Knight of Fire, the Knight of Gabriel. Did I just say something about Gabriel? That's cool. Confident, enthusiastic, courageous, and charismatic. So take time to take action. So that's making moves. That's making moves. That's not the person sitting back. That's time to move in, you know, to start to create something. This is male. This usually, like when I think of the Thoth or another deck, I think of pure male energy, just going forth with what they need to do, you know, like getting it going, like energy, Mars, movement, passion, you know, the do. The forward motion, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. So it's following your instincts, that urge, that idea that comes out of nowhere to just go that way. I don't know why, I just have to go that way. I have to talk to this person. I have to tell this person something. I have to show somebody something. It's that urge to do makes you it pushes you farther. It brings you to another idea, another inspiration, another urge, another conversation, another chance. So have confidence. Have confidence, you know, get on your horse and get in there, flirt, do what you have to do. Know that you have the power. Know that you have skills. And I want to say you're really talented at something. Stars, maybe like astrology. Maybe you have like a natural gift of like, I hear astrology. I'm focused on these stars here. So maybe something with stars and stripes, maybe politics, something like that. Countries, community. I don't know why I'm getting that off of this, but I'm going to go to one more card from the Animal Oracle card for the weekend and get clarity on the number 1, the Magician, the 3 of Wands, the Knight of Gabriel, and flirting. Condor, you're too immersed in this situation, so step back and see the bigger picture before making any decisions or taking action. So these two totally contradict each other, but they don't. I feel like it's just a different viewpoint on the same situation. When I look at this, I feel like this is above her or him. So I feel like you're being protected. You have a way to see the bigger point of view, the bigger situation. Maybe there's somebody else who can help you see the bigger perspective on something. Maybe this is somebody else. Maybe this is the balance. Maybe I feel like there's somebody who always, like somebody who's good at the details and somebody who's good at the bigger picture here. So maybe if you're too involved in the details, it's time to take a step back before you go into something so you see where you're going. So you see the map before you rush into, you know, the situation. So you don't end up in the desert. So you're leaving the desert towards the oasis, towards the blue sky, towards the sunshine, towards what inspires you, not what was dry and not working. So, maybe that's just observing. I still see this person going into like a restaurant or something and sort of looking at somebody from afar and just observing the whole situation and then making the move. So I hope this is helpful for you guys. I know it's a general reading and there's a lot of energy going on. Have a beautiful weekend. I love you and I'll see you soon. Bye.